Then Pilate handed him over to them to be crucified, and so they took Jesus. The Gospel according to St. John, chapter 16. Jesus had been all night in agony. He had spent the early morning at the house of Caiaphas. He had been hustled from Caiaphas to Pilate, from Pilate to Herod, and from Herod back again to Pilate. He had therefore only a very little strength left, and neither refreshment nor rest had been offered to him. They wanted his blood, and therefore led him out to die, loaded with the cross. O dolorous procession! May will Salem's daughters weep. My soul, you weep also. But what do we learn here as we see our blessed Lord being led forth? Do we not perceive the truth which was led forth in shadow by the scapegoat? Did not the high priest bring the scapegoat and put both his hands upon its head, confessing the sins of the people? In that way those sins might be laid upon the goat and cease from the people. And then the goat was led away by a fit man into the wilderness, and it carried away the sins of the people, so that if they were sought for, they could not be found. Now we see Jesus brought before the priests and rulers, who pronounce him guilty. God imputes our sin to him. The Lord laid upon him the iniquity of us all. He was made sin for us, and as the substitute for our guilt, bearing our sin upon his shoulders, represented in the cross, we see the great scapegoat led away by the appointed officers of justice. Dear brothers and sisters, can you feel assured that he carried your sin? As you look at the cross upon his shoulders, does it represent your sin? There is one way you can tell whether he carried your sin or not. Have you laid your hand upon his head, confessed your sin, and put your trust wholly in him? If so, then your sin lies not upon you, for it has all been transferred by blessed imputation to Christ, and he bears it on his shoulder as a load heavier than the cross. Do not let this picture vanish, brothers and sisters, until you have rejoiced in your own deliverance and adored the loving Redeemer upon whom your iniquities have been laid to rest. Amen.